My bike got stolen. I don't know if I've ever told this story. So it was actually an internship that I had, and it was kind of like my first time working a job. It was my first internship, and I was so excited to have an internship and go to work and try it out. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna buy a bike so that I can bike to my internship, and I did. And the very first night that I had my bike, well, I went to the bike shop and I was like, okay, I need a bike lock. Can you recommend one to me? And they recommended me one of those, like, soft loop bike locks. Like, I don't know what they're called, but like the flexible ones. And I was like, okay. And I got that, and I parked my bike outside. And the first night that I parked it outside, it got stolen. I went down in the morning, ready to start my internship, and I saw that my bike lock was cut, and it was on the ground, and my bike was no longer to be found, and I just broke down. I just started crying, and I had to call my internship, and I was like, my bike got stolen. I'm sorry. I don't know how to come in today. And they were like, oh, that's fine. You can start tomorrow. Don't worry about it. And then I was just standing there, so sad, because my bike was stolen, and I was like, what do I do? And I called my mom, and I was like, my bike got stolen. What do I do? And she was like, okay, you need to call the police. Don't worry. So I called the police. And this is where I got really lucky. I called the police, and there's a lady I talked to on the phone, and she was like, oh, your bike got stolen this morning or last night. We have your bike. We caught the person in the act of stealing your bike, and we have it. You can come to the station to pick it up. And I was like crying on the phone with her because it was an emotional, like, 30-minute ride of me being so excited to start my internship, going down, seeing that my bike was stolen, being absolutely crushed, thinking it's so over. I called the police, not expecting anything, and then this lady was, she was like so deadpan. Like, she didn't care about my bike, obviously, because why would she? But I was like, oh my god, thank you so much. This is so amazing that you found my bike. This means so much to me. Thank you so much. You've saved my day, my internship. Thank you. And she was just like, yeah, you can come get it whenever. Just come pick it up, okay? We don't want to store it here anymore. So I did. I went and got my bike. And I felt I was very lucky. It was just another day for her. Was it in perfect condition? It was. It didn't get damaged or anything. I mean, okay, so the thing is, there were like cameras. It was like a high foot traffic area, and the place I was living had cameras out in front. So like, they literally caught them in the act, the bike thief. I don't think it was a great target. Did the cameras catch me crying? Probably. And you know, after that, I started keeping my bike in my apartment until the apartment manager saw me putting it in there and was like, hey, you can't put your bike in your apartment. That's against code. And I was like, what? Why not? And then they're like, well, just put it in the bike room. And I was like, what? The what room? They were like, yeah, the bike room. We have a locked garage specifically for bikes. You can put it in. And I was like, I could have just parked my bike in the bike room and it wouldn't have been stolen. We had one of Yeah, so then I started putting it in the bike room. The mythical bike room. Story just keeps on giving. This is like, I don't know, classic story of learning how to be an adult. Never get one of those flexible bike locks. You need to get one of the steel U-locks. The flexible ones are worthless. They can cut those with wire cutters in like 2 seconds. You need the U-shaped steel locks.